When longtime public servant City Council President Tony Young announced his plans to leave office halfway through his second term, there was speculation salary may have had something to do with his decision. In his new position as head of San Diego's American Red Cross, Young will more than double his $75,000 a year City Council salary. Joining me to talk about local politician salaries and why some say we need to pay them more is Joe Kloberdanz, member of the San Diego Civil Service Commission. Joe, thanks for being here.
Good to be here.
How does our city council members and our mayor salaries compare to, let's say, the same jobs they would have with the similar responsibilities in the public sector?
The city's salary setting commission studies that very question every 2 years. And I was on that commission a couple of years ago, and then more recently this year. In both cases, the Salary Setting Commission found that the salaries are woefully below what they should be for comparable work in the private sector or even in the nonprofit sector.
And when we're talking about private sector, we're talking about, our city council members and mayors handles a $2 to $3 billion a year budget, 10,000 employees at least, correct?
Correct.
So it would be hard to find a comparison to that.
You would have to look at a pretty large company. There are a few in San Diego, and there are a number of them in the country. Those salaries are quite a bit higher than $75,000 for the policy-making legislative function of the City Council, and they're quite a bit higher than $100,000 for the mayor.
How about compared to other council members and mayors in cities similar our size?
As I recall, the Salary Setting Commission this year looked at Los Angeles, among others, and I looked at a number of similar-sized cities to San Diego and found them quite a bit higher. I believe in Los Angeles it's easily double what the city council members make here, for example.
Well, $75,000 sounds like a lot to a lot of people. Why doesn't the commission why don't they just say, hey, we're going to vote ourselves something more? Is it really that little?
The city council has a political problem with raising its own salary. 40 years ago or so, when the city charter was changed to put this salary setting process in place that we use today, where it's reviewed every 2 years and the council has to vote to accept or reject the Salary Setting Commission's recommendation. That's the process. When that was put in place 40 years ago, it probably made sense. It doesn't work today politically.
Well, it doesn't work politically. And the other thing is that when it comes to the salary increases and the comparisons, what sort of impact does that have on retention, on getting new people here? Is that what we're really looking at?
Well, I think we've seen some examples of that in the last 10 days or so with local elected officials, some with quite a bit of experience.
Tony Young
leaving, actually, for a salary somewhere in the area of triple what he has been making. That's a concern. You need to pay appropriate salaries to attract the talent pool you want for the kind of work you're doing. $75,000 is a lot for somebody who makes, say, $10 an hour. I understand that. But we don't have people who make $10 an hour running a $2.5 billion organization and making the kinds of decisions that have to be made.
So attraction, retention. But what about the fact that a lot of people say, look, you're public servants. Shouldn't this be done as sort of a goodwill gesture or altruism?
I think there's something to be said for that. I feel that way myself to some degree. But do you want your candidate pool constrained to only people who can afford to do that? Only people who have other sources of income or independent wealth? Or people whose experience may not yet have raised them to the $75,000 salary level?
So it could sort of polarize, the low salaries could polarize people into either the very wealthy who can afford to live on that, or people who aren't experienced?
People who may not yet have the experience or the background or the education or some combination of that is consistent with running a $2.5 billion operation.
What's the solution to this?
The solution is to address raising the salaries. Now, how do we get that done? Obviously, politically, it's become impossible. For the last 10 years, the council has not voted to give itself a raise, even though the Salary Setting Commission has recommended every other year that it should. this year, the Salary Setting Commission recommended something that I thought had some possibility, some potential. And that is that the council would be able to vote on a salary for the office, but it could not affect anyone who voted on that salary level. And so it would only affect future incumbents in the offices of mayor or city council. And I thought that had merit. That may require a charter change. It may be able to be done by ordinance.
All right, a few choices there. Joe Kloberdanz, thanks so much for talking with us.
Nice to be here. Thank you.